This is the Saab 9.5, Saab's new model. For the initial launch, it will be powered by a 2 or 2.3-litre four-cylinder engine with light pressure turbo. Here we shall be looking at a Saab 9.5 manual with the 2.3-litre engine and comparing it with some of its closest rivals in the premium car segment. The Audi A6, the BMW 523, the Mercedes E230, and the Volvo S70. This is the company the Saab 9.5 will have to contend with. A tough proposition, certainly, but possible nonetheless. That's because although the competition have their strong points, they also have their weaknesses. Here we shall be looking at both to see how the new Saab 9.5 shapes up. Whether you like the look of a car or not is very much a matter of personal taste. All of the cars are distinctive from the front and exude quality, as is to be expected of cars in this class. In this company, the Audi probably has the best chances of getting people to disagree about its styling. It undoubtedly gives an impression of solidity and reliability. But despite its new rear-end treatment, we still find the Audi a highly conventional car. Volvo's cosmetic surgery has softened the squarish lines of the car, but it still has large, flat body panels and does not really come across as having the same stamp of quality as its competitors. The Mercedes exudes quality and power, but it also looks heavy and somewhat dated. The styling of the BMW radiates both strength and sprightliness. Although, like all German cars, it could perhaps be considered as having a somewhat self-important air about it. And the Saab? Clearly, Saab's designers have got it right. The Saab 9.5 is in touch with its heritage. This is evident in the aerodynamically swept-back windscreen, the wedge-shaped body, the clean, unbroken lines, and the extension of the bonnet over the wing edges. As is customary in Saab styling, the designers have enhanced the contrast between concave and convex surfaces, both in general and in detail. Getting into the car is easy. That's because the sill is recessed and the roofline quite high. The driver's environment in the Saab 9.5 is unmatched in its class. Important features here are the snugness of the cockpit and the sculptured seat with its full range of adjustment. Electrically adjustable seats and the memory function for the door mirrors are available as options. The steering wheel is adjustable for both height and reach. The car's instrumentation is logically designed and based on sound ergonomic principles. Another handy feature on the cars with door mirror memory function is that the right-hand mirror automatically angles downwards when the driver selects reverse gear. The BMW's doors are stiff to open and close, and the car is not easy to enter. But once inside, it's easy to find a good driving position. And the driver's environment is an inviting blend of sumptuousness and human engineering. The Mercedes is easy to enter, and there is ample space inside. Yet despite the car's reputation for comfort, we found the driver's seat a bit on the hard side, as in all Mercedes models. The driver's seat has a wide range of adjustment, but the steering wheel is not adjustable for either height or reach. The Volvo too allows easy entry. The seat is extremely comfortable and has excellent adjustment facilities. The steering wheel can be adjusted for height and reach. The instrumentation is of commendable ergonomic design. From an engineering and practical viewpoint, the Audi is not wanting in any respect. But the car does not look very inviting. It is austere and sterile. When it comes to cabin space, the Mercedes has the widest shoulder room in the back seat of all its competitors. On the other hand, the Saab has the best legroom. Here, too, the BMW is the most cramped. The Saab 9.5 also has what we think is the most inviting and snug cabin. The Saab has now definitely stepped up into the premium car class. Many of the interior features of the car provide evidence of this, such as the fold-down head restraints in the back, and the double sun visor, which Saab is the only car to have. The radio controls are ingeniously housed in the steering wheel. The Saab 9.5 can be equipped with an advanced ACC system as an option. It has separate settings for the driver and passenger sides. In cars equipped with ACC, the glove box can also be used for keeping drinks cold. All the cars have cup holders, but none as ingenious as the ones fitted in the Saab. As an option, the Saab can also be equipped with a ventilated seat, which extracts the warm air between the driver's body and the seat. This makes the driver feel more comfortable and so contributes to the safety of the car. Another clever idea that is unique to Saab is to sight the ignition switch between the front seats. In this position, not only does it spare your knees in the event of a collision, but it is also the most practical place, where you fasten the seatbelt, select a gear, and release the handbrake. In the premium car class to which these cars belong, the 0 to 100 km/h figures and top speeds are purely academic. These cars are not for drivers who burn rubber racing away from traffic lights. But their performance is more than adequate, even when cruising at speed on the German autobahns. The engines in these cars are designed for comfort, safety, and driving enjoyment. But the manufacturers have chosen totally different solutions for achieving these objectives. Volvo, 2.5-litre, inline 5-cylinder. Mercedes, 2.3-litre, inline 4-cylinder. BMW, 2.5-litre, inline 6-cylinder. Audi, 2.4-litre V6. Saab, 2.3-litre, inline 4-cylinder, light-pressure turbo. In terms of power, the engines are very similar. 150 horsepower for the Mercedes, 165 horsepower for the Audi, and 170 horsepower for the Volvo, BMW, and Saab. But it is the torque rating that determines the nature of the beast and the potency of the engine. The higher the torque, the greater the power that can be unleashed. The lower the revs at which maximum torque is developed, the livelier is the car, even when pulling away at low revs in a high gear. The Mercedes achieves 220 Nm at 3,800 RPM. The Audi, 230 Nm at 3,200 RPM. The Volvo, 220 Nm at 4,700 RPM. The BMW, 245 Nm at 3,950 RPM. And the Saab 9.5, 280 Nm at 1,800 RPM. The straight 4 in the Mercedes simply isn't up to it. It sounds strained and engine vibration is perceptible. It needs to be revved hard, and much use of the gear lever must be made for it to show any real response. And gear changing is somewhat rubbery. The noise level in the cabin is far too high for a car in the premium segment. The Volvo Straight 5 is a good engine. It's lively, but it needs plenty of revs. There is no perceptible vibration from the engine, although it sounds a little rough. Gear changing on the Volvo is not exactly crisp and distinct either. The Audi's V6 is somewhat lacking in pulling power at low revs. Otherwise, it is a cultivated engine with plenty of torque. Gear changing is smooth and slick. Engine and road noise are scarcely perceptible. The BMW's straight six is well balanced, vibration-free and eager. It pulls away smoothly from low revs, even in high gear. All the same, you need to make full use of the gears to bring out the car's true potential. This is no hardship, though, as gear changing is smooth and positive on the BMW. It is not as quiet as the Audi, however. The Saab 9.5's 2.3-litre inline-4 light-pressure turbo shows up well in comparison with its rivals. Gear changing is not quite up to the standard of the BMWs, though, and noise levels are not in the same class as the Audis. However, the strength of the Saab lies in its performance. The Saab has far and away the highest torque figure and achieves this at just 1,800 RPM. In practice, this engine is brimming with raw power, yet it is also well balanced and free of vibration. Vital factors when it comes to comfort, and which also make the car such fun to drive. But there is also a safety aspect to performance. The quicker a car can overtake another vehicle, the safer it is for all concerned. The Saab matches well the two six-cylinder cars regarding acceleration from 80 to 120 in fifth gear, which is a measure of engine elasticity. The Saab, Audi and BMW are fairly equal, while the Volvo and Mercedes are left behind. The times for the competing cars were obtained by the German motoring magazine Auto, Motor und Sport. Fuel consumption, here measured with manual gearbox, puts the Saab in a natural position according to its engine elasticity. The weaker-engined Mercedes is the least thirsty. The Volvo is not in the same league as its competitors, neither in terms of engine elasticity nor fuel consumption. The chassis determines above all the two key elements of the car's character: ride comfort and handling. These two elements are also vital factors affecting the driver's overall feel of the car. The Saab 9.5 has a split rear axle, a new departure for Saab. The car remains stable and soaks up the bumps without a murmur. All the cars in the comparison have well-engineered suspension arrangements, ensuring a comfortable ride even on bumpy roads. All the cars have excellent road holding for everyday needs. But how do they behave when push comes to shove, when they are driven on the limit? Characteristics in this respect naturally affect the car's sportiness, but above all, its safety. The rear-wheel drive Mercedes has a tendency to roll more than its competitors. This car also needed more twirling of the steering wheel than the other cars on this section. The BMW, also with rear-wheel drive, did not make an impressive showing on the slalom course. It felt heavy and understeered. The front-wheel drive Audi maintains good contact with the tarmac, but understeers when approaching the limits of adhesion. The front-wheel drive Volvo behaves well when driven hard. The chassis is rigid, and the car responds consistently on each turn. The Saab 9.5 not only behaved the way you would expect the Saab to behave, it excelled itself. Well-balanced, rock-steady, and predictable. The Saab has powerful brakes. When the brakes are cold, they bring the car to a stop from 100 kilometers per hour in 39.2 meters. Only the Mercedes can improve on that figure with 38.2 meters. The booby prize in the brake test goes to the Audi with 42 meters. When it comes to crashworthiness, all the cars in the comparison exhibit very high standards of safety. They all incorporate a safety cage, anti-submarining arrangements, etc. No one car is better than the others in this respect. Saab, who pioneered the concept of real-life safety, have embodied in the new Saab 9.5 all the experience gained with their earlier models, which were themselves at the forefront of safety engineering. All the cars provide a high level of protection for their occupants, but the Saab goes further in considering other road users. This is apparent from the hard and less yielding front structures of the Mercedes, Audi, BMW and Volvo, which can penetrate the vehicles they collide with. All the cars are equipped with side impact airbags as standard. The front seats of the Saab 9.5 are equipped with the Saab active head restraint, which prevents the head movements and body movements giving rise to whiplash injuries in a rear-end collision. All the cars have generous load-carrying space and wide-opening boot lids, with commendably low sills. But the cars actually differ widely when it comes to luggage capacity. The luggage capacity of all the cars was measured in accordance with SAE norms. The Volvo holds 372 litres, the Mercedes 356, the BMW is least commodious of them all, holding only 336 litres. The Audi holds 427 litres. Most capacious is the Saab, which can accommodate an impressive 450 litres. Both the Swedish cars also have the same practical options for folding the back seat, 40%, 60%, or 100%. The BMW and Audi can only offer a folding back seat backrest as an option. The back seat backrest in the Mercedes cannot be folded at all. All the Saab 9.5's rivals have their strong points. The Saab 9.5 matches them all on every point. Taken as a whole, the Saab 9.5 is an extremely attractive alternative to its competitors. And the combination of performance and safety built into the Saab 9.5 is simply unbeatable.